Having an arcade in your home is amazing. It really is. And there's a lot of options for you out there. I get a lot of comments asking, which way should I go? Should I build an arcade stick? Should I build a bar top, a full cabinet? What should I do? So in this video, I'm going to show you all the builds I've ever done, going from the cheapest to the most expensive, giving you some route options. And with Christmas around the corner, this will help you with your gift guide for somebody else, or maybe it's about time you treated yourself out. So starting off, we have our Air Jordan LED shoebox kit. Now with the LEDs, you will need a power supply, you will need LED cables, and the buttons are a little more expensive. You can go zero delay or the classical trigger buttons on here. I prefer zero delay over these ones myself, but these do have a nice clicking noise to them. Even cheaper is to go zero delay, no LEDs. You can also go classic, no LEDs. This is the Puma Pi kit, a Puma shoebox instead. Then we have the a little bit nicer, these enclosures. You can get them on Amazon. You can get an 8-button configuration, or I'm sorry, an 8 or a 10-button configuration. This is the 10-button. There's 2 more buttons underneath. You can actually fit a Pi inside of here. And again, if you're going with the LED buttons, you will need the power supply and everything else. But there you go. I put 2 clear buttons on the bottom right there. You can fit a Pi in there, power supply, everything. You can drill holes. You can add USB ports. This is a really cheap way to do it. This enclosure goes for around $22, and then the buttons and everything else, so you can make a whole kit for around $60 to $80. It is lightweight. It does the trick. It's definitely not beefy, and it is only single player. So you will need 2 of these, and they're not connected. So it's a 1-player option, but it's beautiful. You could do it with LEDs, as I've done here. You'll see me plug it in a second, but then you do get another power source you need to hook up. Or you can just go with straight up regular zero delay buttons, save a little bit of money. It works with RetroPie, should work with Windows 10, any operating system that takes a USB cable. As far as where to buy the buttons, you can buy them directly from Game Room Solutions. Banggood.com has great buttons for a cheap price, or if you want them quickly, I would recommend going through Amazon. So now we're getting into the big guns. This is Game Room Solutions. This is their arcade kit. It's 2-player. It's all wood. You can add your own T-molding to it. You can do LED, zero delay. You have so many button choices. There's 6 buttons there. You get start, select, and you get your track mode buttons in the center there. You can go with LED joysticks, anything you want. You can fit a ton of things inside of this box. It's definitely heavier. It's definitely beefier, but it gives you that full arcade look and feel and those custom graphics. So really, if you are going to go all out, this is definitely a big contender, and it's just not as big as the Bartop either. If you want to run it on a computer, you can. On a Raspberry Pi, you can. You want to run LED buttons, you can. Zero delay. It'll handle it all, and it's definitely substantial. This thing will last you a lifetime. You can always just add and remove buttons as you go, right? If a button goes out, just buy a new button. LED goes out, new button. So it's one of those things that you buy it once, you have it forever. Stepping up though, the Bartop, same button configuration, but with a full cabinet here, full Bartop cabinet, countertop. You get the attract mode buttons on the bottom. You can get with or without the attract mode buttons. Here's an unboxing just to show you how well it was packaged. I mean, I've went through the whole thing, the whole setup, so I'll put links in the description if you want to see it, but this is the Grandmaster. This is what you want to go for if you want the creme de la creme. So here we are on the Game Room Solutions website. Go ahead and scroll down here. We're going to start with the cheaper option, the Arcade Control Panel Kit. A Raspberry Pi will fit in here, no problem. You can hook it up to a TV, a computer, whatever you want. You have lots of options. It's it's whatever your controls are. It's typically USB, but I'm sure you can do others as well. You can use different encoder boards. It's $109, and with $109, oh, look at that holiday special right now. They will actually apply your graphics for you. So if you get your own controls, this is only going to cost you $110. If you want to add their controls, which they do sell really great controls, I highly recommend the Sanwa kit. You're going to get this up and running for $200. All the wiring you need, all the controls you need, everything, all ready to go. So it's a great kit. It's easy to install. All you need is a screwdriver, and you do need to buy some T-molding though. You will need to buy T-molding. T-molding, it's going to cost you more in shipping than the actual molding. The molding's only a couple bucks. Moving along to the Bartop Arcade Kit Deluxe. This is the creme de la creme. Well, I guess you get that big one there, but this is really cool. Fits on a bar, the ultimate gift. You can custom select your graphics. There's lots of graphics to choose from. Here's some samples here. You can see I did the Nintendo graphics on mine on the front, but then I mixed my sides. You can mix and match. Base price is $219. If you do want to get graphics, it's $80, or you can go get your own at a local shop. Bezel, that's that little thing that goes around the screen. To be honest, if you get a nice monitor, you don't need a bezel. But if you want that kind of buttoned up look, then you can add the bezel. The guts, you can order this yourself on Amazon, or you can have him do it for you. And then the plug and play, don't do that. I mean, that's only if you're a baller, do it. But otherwise, I don't recommend doing that. And then you can bring your own controls. So as I mentioned, if you really want to do this on the cheap, you could do this all on your own time. You can choose whether you want to put your own speakers in it, or just use the speakers that come with the monitor you buy. If you want the specifics to my build, I'll put a link in the description. But as I mentioned, there's a lot of really cool graphics. I believe if you scroll down to pick your design, you'll see here there's about 10 pages of designs to choose from. So here's just previous artwork. So my artwork is I chose one of these sides here, the NBA Jam one. I did something else. So you can do like really detailed, or two different looks I see are like, one is where it's very detailed, like a lot of things going on, and then there's another way of doing it which is just very simple, like this, And the simple one, to be honest, looks really great. Just the standard Nintendo look is amazing, like this. It's very simple but great. I think a lot of people are going to order that one. You can also do I'd say I did one of these too. I believe one of mine. No, I didn't do that one. Mine was similar though. I like the flame look. I went with the flame look for my control panel. I like the red and blue. Maybe it's not Mario or whatever, but even like something like this. Bigger graphics. So as I mentioned, what is there? There's over like 20 per page, and there's 5 pages. And if you want, you can upload your own as well, like build your own in Photoshop and upload that as well. It has the marquee and everything. So there you go. Really cool stuff. Everything you need right here. And if you use the link in the description, you get 5% off your order. I also made a video showing the total cost of the Bartop, because you do need the monitor and the speakers and the LED lights and things like that. You could do it as cheap as around the high 300s. And if you want to go baller and buy everything new, top of the line, 2-year warranty stuff, you're going to be looking at close to around $600, $650. But a lot of these things you may have around your house already, so you should be able somewhere in between those dollars. And I'll put a link to this video as well if you want to see the specifics. Lastly, on the image front, I did a top 3 Bartop builds, and since then, Mad Little Pixels 128GB HyperPi version 5 came out. So that would definitely make one of my top 5s, because it has a track mode. You also have an emulation station. It's beautiful. It's great. It looks amazing. I'd put that up there. The other image, which I've talked about in the past, is the HyperPi image. The difference between Motion Blue track mode and HyperPi track mode is HyperPi does have full video screens where the menu actually hides, and you get that full video look. And to me, that's a little more flashy. It's a little cooler. So I would probably go HyperPi if I had 128 gig to handle with. HyperPi is a little larger in space, but because of that, it's gorgeous. So those would be my operating systems. Of course, you can add a computer. You can go with Launchbox running on a desktop computer. You can go with a Hyperspin build. Those would be great options as well. But if you're going with the Pi, those would be my 2 images. Don't forget to leave a little thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I'll be putting links to everything in the description below. If you could, use the affiliate links. It offers you a discount and helps this channel out. And I wish you all a happy holiday.